You're watching WAND Weekend Daybreak.
Well, coming up on Weekend Daybreak, tax season is underway, which means scams are in full force. We've got a look at the top scams you should look out for. Plus, it once was lost and now it's found. A look into the restoration of an ambulance filled with history.
And we're watching snow overspreading central Illinois this morning. Maybe not where you are, but most of us will be seeing it. I'll tell you how long it will last, how much we'll see, and the cold as well. Coming up, more on the system.
Good morning and happy Sunday. I'm Karen Eisert. Madison O'Brien has the morning off. We're going to just dive right into weather this morning with meteorologist Bob Trihey. Bob joins me in the Weather Center. Bob, you say we're tracking some snow showers that potentially on the way.
That's right, Karen. We are watching the snow building in. So far, not in Decatur. We're looking at overcast skies here, but for the rest of central Illinois, we are starting to see that snow building in. Let's go ahead and take a live look at Live Doppler 3D Max right now, and you can see snow. Now, some of this is not hitting the ground yet, but you get into these brighter bands of blue, and I think we are starting to see some snow. Springfield, maybe some snow for you. Decatur, still overcast. Champaign, you're waiting for the snow as well. And live Roto-Rooter cam right now. Hey, look at that. I think the flakes are flying. Yeah, they just started flying here in Decatur just a few moments ago. So the snow is underway, and the temperatures are cold. Middle 20s to around 30 in Effingham, 26 in Decatur, 26 in Champaign. So with these colder readings, that means drier snow, and we have northerly winds at around 10 to 20, 22 miles per hour in Taylorville, and that's going to blow the snow around. So we'll see more of the snow through this morning into early afternoon. It's going to be breezy and temperatures sliding from the middle 20s to about 23 by the middle part of this afternoon as the snow will be ending. Coming up, I'll tell you how much snow we'll see, and bitter cold is heading our way. Your forecast coming up in just a little bit.
Thanks, Bob. A man accused of struggling with officers while they were trying to make a traffic stop is due in court tomorrow for a pre-trial hearing. Officers say they were trying to arrest Thomas Gill back in January. They say he refused to leave his car. When officers tried to arrest him, Gill refused, and during a struggle with police, officers say Gill grabbed an officer's gun. The gun went off, but it's unclear who fired it. And a suspect in the Long John Silver's deadly shooting is due in court tomorrow as well. 20-year-old Matthew Anderson Jr. is facing first-degree murder charges. He's accused of shooting and killing 20-year-old Curtis Hairston back in January. The two planned to meet and exchange guns at the restaurant. The dispute during the trade ended in gunfire. Well, an Urbana man arrested for marijuana and firearm possession is now linked to a gunfight on the U of I's campus last year. 20-year-old Devin Cooper was sentenced to 3 years in prison after Urbana police found a gun and marijuana in his backpack. New evidence presented in court linked Cooper to a rival gang shooting on Armory Street graduation weekend. Well, Buffalo Wild Wings is warning customers of a scam. In a Facebook post, the company says the page called Buffalo Wild Wings with a Z is telling customers they can get 50 wings for free if they follow a link on the page. If you see this advertisement, it's fake. Remember, when looking at the page, if it doesn't have the blue check mark beside the name, it is not an official page. And as millions Americans try to figure out a new tax rules, some are getting swindled by scammers taking advantage of confusion. NBC's Kristen Dalgan shows us an exclusive first look at some of the top scams and what you can do to protect yourself.
This year, the IRS says the schemes are more sophisticated than ever.
These scams share one thing in common, and that is they're able to dupe smart, unsuspecting people into losing their money.
Look out for scammers filing a fraudulent tax return, even depositing it in your own bank account, then posing as the IRS to reclaim it, or using malware to track keystrokes on your computer, gaining access to sensitive files. Kyle Dewar got a voicemail.
They said that they were the IRS. They listed off the balance that I had with them and that they were issuing a warrant for my arrest.
The caller knew his name, where he lived, even his driver's license info. So he made a $400 debit card payment.
It was pretty intimidating as far as the information that they had.
But he got suspicious when the scammers then started asking for gift cards.
Any government entity like the IRS will not accept payment in the form of gift cards, period.
Other things the IRS won't do? They generally don't call or email. You'll usually get a letter. They won't ask for a credit card number over the phone or email. They won't threaten to immediately have you arrested. And they won't demand money without giving you a chance to question or appeal. Bottom line, if it sounds suspicious, it probably is. Kristen Dahlgren, NBC News, New York.
Well, if you think you are a victim to a scam, contact your local authorities right away. Well, Senator Andy Manar and Martin Scandal will host 5 public hearings across the state to find what types of infrastructure repairs taxpayers want in their communities. Currently, Governor J.B. Pritzker has said he wants a multi-billion-dollar construction program to rebuild roads, bridges, and colleges. Here is a list at some of the places Senator Manar plans on attending. And the University of Illinois is on the search for a new mascot, and it looks like this guy is in the running. Alma Otter. His design and name are trending, and it even has its own Facebook page. Students say the school needs something to bring school spirit back. Well, Macon County polar plungers brace the cold air and water temps to raise money for Special Olympics. Photojournalist AJ Washington captures the moments as teens and adults ran into the cold water.
Ready, set. It's one of the most awesome events ever. It's such a great feeling, great atmosphere here. We all know why we're plunging. It's a great reason. To support our special athletes is just beyond anything that you can do here. It's just an awesome feeling.
I'm going to feel good about this, knowing that we were able to help out for a good cause, and I'm sure everybody else is. It's good to see everybody in Decatur come together for a good cause, too.
Ready, set.
This is a lot of fun. It's a big honor for us. Help out a good cause and make sure everybody's safe. So all the guys we bring out here are dive team members. We're trained to dive in cold water, and some of them are swift water rescue members as well. We all have insulation on underneath our dry suits, and we stay pretty dry while we're out there.
You know, it's so much fun. I look forward to this every year. It also gives me a great excuse not to have to jump in the water. I can still be a part of a great event, support Special Olympics, and not get wet. Oh, I guess every year's a new memory, but some of the costumes people come up with, they're hilarious. Adam Del Rosso was nuts last year. We just had a Little Mermaid that wasn't so little, so I can't wait to see what the rest of it's going to bring.
Well, hopefully everybody's warmed up. Hopefully Kui, our director, hopefully she's warmed up as well. Now, this is just one of a few polar plunges going on across the state. The next one in Mahomet is going to be on Saturday. And dozens across the country celebrated a very special poet's birthday. Dr. Seuss would have been 115 years old. Throughout the country and here locally, dozens came together to honor his life at the public library in Warrensburg. There was a little laughter, a few treats, and a lot of reading.
Well, Dr. Seuss is an amazing person who basically started the whole reading for fun. So that's why I wanted to highlight him.
Organizers say Dr. Seuss makes reading fun for kids. Well, still ahead on Weekend Daybreak, we'll show you the champion from Forged in Fire and how they attribute their success. Plus, buying a home can be difficult, but what if you go through an entire investment and regret it? A look into buyer's remorse the millennials have.